Welcome back to TWI Fishing, everybody. Hoping to have a good one for you today. It is Thursday, October 3rd. Decided to take a personal day to meet my dad kind of halfway at Lake Macbride, kind of the Iowa City, Cedar Rapids area. It's 5 a.m. here. I got a 2-hour drive ahead of me, leaving from central Iowa. Got the boat hauled behind me. But hopefully we'll get into some largemouth, get into some spotted bass. Hopefully it's a good day. The weather's supposed to be beautiful. Worst comes to worst, I get to spend some good time with my dad, so that's always a win. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Hopefully this video turns into something. I guess we'll see. Here we go, everybody. All right, it is 7:10, 7:15. We made it to Lake Macbride here. We're putting in at Angler's Point. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some fish today. Got my dad down there in the boat. Let's go get him, everybody. Gonna be a good one. Recording. Let's at least see him. Where's that net? Could be.
Where you at?
Oh yeah, that's a good, that might be a spotted bass, Dad. Oh, that's a nice largemouth.
Yeah,
take him. Yeah, take him. Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
You liked your jig.
Heck yeah.
Hey there.
Cool. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Good. There we go. It's a little bassy. A little largy. Yeah, there's a little grass or rock patch down there. There's one. A little better, largy. Ah. Damn. These largies are mean. They know they have to compete, I guess, with the spots, huh? Yeah, he was like right underneath the boat. Yeah.
You in the rock pile?
He was. Uh-huh. Just a little guy. Yeah, that'd be fun catching those couple of crappie that I caught today. Ice fishing, that'd be great. I'd do that. Using my crankbait like a jerkbait. Caught a crappie. What is that? Crappie number 5 probably? They're so 9 inches. Big as my hand. I'll be here before we know it. Hopefully a month of good weather still, right? I do.
You know crankbait?
Yep.
That's one hot crankbait. They call it the money maker.
Money badger.
Money badger.
Just a little peanut butter. This one is a smallmouth or a Kentucky based on the color. It's a spotted bass.
Yeah, he is.
He just feels different.
Batter.
That's who we came for.
He's a fat though. He's a little guy.
Do you ever feel them on the side? They feel like scalier than a largemouth.
Do they?
You know what I mean?
He's been eating.
He's I'll take that. Yes, I caught one. I don't like the jig. Come get it, come get it. Took it. Oh yeah. Came from a long ways out of the tree. I know. I'm really hoping one of these will be a bass coming out of the tree, but I don't know. There we go. That was a better thump. Is that a crappie or a bass? Oh my gosh, it's a crappie again. Can't be serious. Greg, I know how to catch the crappie. That's nice.
Or no. No, we got the... No, we got the stroller for that.
Yeah.
Talking Christmas.
I don't know.
Talking something like that.
Oh my gosh, he jumped out of the water. Did you hear it? Did you hear that?
Jumped out of the water.
Well, did you hear that splash?
Not really.
My lure hit the water and he came up and splashed it. It's a little Kentucky again. Yeah. They look like rock bass. They're pretty. I'm not... That's a little fatty Kentucky.
Find out there.
I'll show you. A little offshore high spot, and I'm reeling the crankbait faster now. I'm reeling it faster than I was before. He's pretty. Looks like a backbone bass. I don't mind if they're this big. If they're a largemouth, I'd be not as impressed, but I like, these are fine. They're fat. I took a yum dinger and put it on a hook. Right? Oh, there we go. Just barely ticking that crankbait in the water. Little spot. No, it's a spot. Just by the coloring, and their scales are rougher if I go against them. Yeah, that's a little spot. There we go. Yep.
Oh.
Is that a largemouth? Little better for here. He was in the brush pile offshore. Yeah. Oh man. Oh boy. All right, see you, dude. Just keep casting, just keep casting, just keep casting, casting, casting. Oh boy.
There's the 4.
A decent-ish largie.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest one, isn't it?
Dropped it in the tree and then he just hit it on the fall. That's good. It's probably a little over 2.
I wish he was the spot though.
So, oh gosh, could you imagine? Doing so, I don't think that fish I think was too big for the splash. Yeah, maybe. That could be. Could have been a splashy.
Well,
I was gonna say, I'm like, I had a bite in there.
as long as your hook set was.
Thought it was a bigger one?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I'll take some pitching. I'll take that. At first I thought I was on the bottom, and then I'm like, wait, I feel something. I'm like, that's gotta be a fish. Little largie. That is a wrap with the fishing trip to Lake Macbride. It's 4 p.m., heading back to the Des Moines area right now. Fishing overall was a little tough. We started off the morning catching a handful of fish. After our first little creek arm didn't pan out, we pulled up to a rock shoreline. My dad caught the biggest one of the day, probably 2.5 pound largemouth or a little bigger, I don't know. Caught it on a jig. I caught a handful of bass on an offshore rock pile on crankbaits. And then after that, it got pretty slow. The sun came out. We tried to find similar spots, but we couldn't. We eventually went a little further up the lake, and after a few misfires, no fish, we fished a shoreline that had some rock but some deeper water close to it, and then we ran into some of those cool Kentucky or spotted bass. They're not as big as the ones down south, of course, but the ones we caught were 11, 12, 13 inches, which is pretty big for Iowa. As far as I know, there's only 2 lakes in Iowa that have spotted bass. It'd be Macbride and then the Coralville Reservoir. So just catching those fish individually, that was super fun. That's something I've never been able to do before living in the Des Moines area. So catching the spotted bass was fun. Caught those on a little crankbait. The little Berkeley Money Badger, that little gold crankbait today, seemed to be the player for me. And then we did venture back into some of the creek arms towards the very back or close to the back. Flipped some of the bushes and laydowns that were there. Caught a handful of largemouth doing that. Nothing super big, but considering everything else we caught during the day, those largemouth were definitely the biggest. No Kentucky bass in the creek arms, but the largemouth were there. Caught most of them on a jig, not a ton, but did catch some. So overall, really happy with Lake Macbride. It was a cool adventure. It was a good challenge. Don't have it entirely figured out. Some things worked, a lot of things didn't, but had a great day with my dad fishing. Got a video out of it and caught some spotted bass. So it's a win-win situation. Yeah, so don't forget, everybody, to hit that subscribe button. We're going to be heading back to Des Moines, doing some more Des Moines bass fishing here hopefully soon. We have a handful of more trips before winter kicks in, so hopefully we can push it till the end of October, early November. Get on a spinnerbait bite, flipping bite, something like that. We will see. But as always, thank you for tuning in. Keep an eye out for the next video. See you on the water, y'all.